How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. I'm here with my fiance. This is, as always, a Black Lives Matter, all cops are bastards, and trans rights supporting channel. If you're not supporting that shit, get the fuck off this channel.
Yeah.
This is Hawkeye Season 1, Episode 2, Hide and Seek.
Okay, yeah.
I suppose the Hide and Seek is going to be about, all those people trying to come out and find her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's simple enough.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Let's just get right into it. Check the link in the description to get the full length. You know how it goes. Let's go! Okay, here for the discussion. Do you want to kick us off this time? Go ahead. What do you want to talk about first?
I guess I'll start off with just, the dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah, sure.
Just the fact that he's not, insanely suspicious of her. She's not, immediately coming out and saying, "You're my inspiration."
Oh, I thought you meant Hawkeye and Kate. But no, you mean Jack and Kate.
No, actually, you mean Hawkeye and Kate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the sense that I really thought when we started off, we were going to have way more tension with him going, why did you, steal specifically this suit? What have you been doing? The fact that I thought she would fangirl a little more directly, she does.
Yeah.
But they're both keeping their, playing their cards way closer to their chests. And that's,
and
that's something she, criticizes him for, but she does do the same thing.
Yeah, and I don't think she would even think that she is doing that. Because she is the kind of person who just kind of says everything as if the other person knows what the hell she means.
It's very consistent.
So, yeah, I'm not even sure if she understands that she's also doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad we are talking about, of course, I figured we were going to, but, the stuff we talked about in the first episode before we even watched it, of the difference between Hawkeye and the MCU versus the original Hawkeye being, it is also important that, the Tracksuit Mafia is I know you, kid, I know you, kid, of, I guess that's his thing? I don't think of Hawkeye as being a sarcastic guy with quips all the time, but...
Yeah, not a lot. He quips a little bit, but it's always understated.
So does everybody.
Oh, yeah. Everyone, he's got the Joss Whedon quips.
Yeah. But yeah, so... sorry, we are going for he is the jokester, but we need somebody who's not a jaded jokester, but can still be this symbol of inspiration and justice and heroes and all that.
They're doing something really interesting with the way in which Kate says, I understand your whole vibe with, being the jaded guy, but in this world, post everything that's been going on, people want someone who is more straightforward, who wears their heart on their sleeve. I think it fits a lot of what we're seeing in Phase 4. Yeah. In that, old MCU was very... kind of ashamed of being comic booky.
Yeah.
In a very, we need to be realistic. We need to be grounded. We need to be, very gray and black. Whereas, it seems, the world is, in universe, swinging against that. As things are too bleak.
Especially, after the whole, blip and everything.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that as, everyone has thought that. Cap actually has been very consistent about wanting to be bright.
Yeah.
Or in Winter Soldier going back to his old, old uniform. There's a lot of characters who are still very bright and happy and all that. It just feels like the world is now switching to, we don't like it when everyone is scary.
Yeah. Understandably. As she said, your thing should be that you're cool, but then she's but now people want this. But to be fair, also, he was made fun of for that before.
Oh,
you could also say, it should be cool, but it's not. But it's just not.
Yeah.
It's hard to do for, you can't have the cool, sarcastic character who's also the weakest member of the team.
Yeah.
And I always defend it by saying Hawkeye's not the weakest member of the team, but that is the general opinion, And you can't really do both. If you're gonna be the cool one, the reserved cool one, you gotta be one of the strongest.
Yeah. The fact that the Avengers aren't really that much of a thing anymore.
Yeah.
At the very least, he can't really flex on being an Avenger, I think, is actually going to help his brand, as she put it.
That's true, yeah.
It gives him more space to do his own thing, and then within that realm, he can be cooler and also, be bolder and whatnot.
But if he does go off to do his own thing, like, I think, the fact that we have the Rogers the Musical thing, which seems to not just be, like, I thought it was going to be the 2012 Avengers movie sort of situation, but as we saw, they left before it was even halfway over, and that was already over. And, so, like, clearly they're doing other stuff, I guess, unless it's just a ton of filler after that.
But no, I guess it must be, like, the entire story of Steve Rogers.
Yeah, I guess, even though it doesn't seem to be much about Steve Rogers at all.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's Rogers the Musical. But, they're putting a lot of emphasis on it. I wonder, okay, so first off, we rewatched No Way Home, and we saw the Rogers the Musical thing in that, which didn't catch that at all the first time. I mean, well, why would we?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, if it was just this, I'd be like, we're building up to something. Like, I don't know what we could be building it up with. Like, someone in the production is like that, or I don't know. I don't know what we're building up to. But now I'm like, now that I remember the No Way Home thing, I'm thinking, like, is it they're building up something in the show, or is there actually a Rogers the Musical thing that they put on, like, a YouTube for, like, a video, and this is just, like, a nod to, is it like a promotional thing?
I could see that.
Like, it's a weird way to say, because I'm not saying it as if they are promoting it here, but just like as if they did it and then they went, oh, let's show this a little bit more, because we actually are just going to put that skit up on YouTube or whatever. But I don't know, that feels weird. Like, I can't imagine it's that.
I don't think so.
What do you think we're doing with all this shit with the Rogers Musical?
I think it is just like a commentary on, like, stuff that is happening in the universe. Like, in the same way that she talks about the branding, or when, like, when they're walking down the street, they come across those, like, in New York in real life, the people in Times Square who are, like, all dressed up as various things.
Yeah. And
they see them as superheroes. But those are, like, they're cosplaying real people in this world.
Yeah, but I thought that was the people from the Rogers Musical.
I don't think so.
It wasn't? Oh, okay.
Because,
it was that exact team.
Yeah.
Like Ant-Man and the original 5 Avengers.
It might be, but we did gag where there's also the girl Archer.
Yeah, that's true. Who wasn't? Yeah, that's true. So okay, maybe it was just coincidence that it was. But so we've talked for a long time in Phase 4 about what the fuck is the Avengers. When I was just going through Phase 1 and 3, you were talking to me a lot about what is the Avengers. Still in universe, we don't really know what the Avengers are. I don't think we have ever any point known what legally the Avengers are.
Yeah.
Like, really at no point have we ever figured that out. And now with this, it's also making, like, we've gotten comments, saying various things, blah, blah, blah. A lot of trying to explain stuff out of universe, where we are always waiting for an in-universe explanation. But yeah, like, there is, like, the colloquially referred to as an Avenger, officially, legally an Avenger. Is anybody officially, legally an Avenger anymore? I mean, like, well, Sam was, for sure. Sam had, like, he was an Avenger. Bucky was not an Avenger. That's, like, the only thing we officially do know. Is that Bucky is not an Avenger, Sam is an Avenger. But, like, what of the Avengers are left? In terms of, like, active. Because, like, Thor's off-planet, and also he's, he is an Avenger, and people love him a lot, but he's not, like, a fights on Earth kind of hero.
Not really,
Steve Rogers retired. Sam, he's around. He's still doing stuff.
We got him.
Rhodey, he's still around. He's still doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the military now. Not really much of an Avenger.
Yeah, I mean, Sam's also in the military.
No, he's not.
He's not?
I don't think so. Because that was why Rhodey couldn't do it, right?
Was it?
Well, no, yeah, he was, because that's why he couldn't cross the border.
Yeah.
It's just like different parts of the military, I guess. But yeah, you're right. Because I remember, because he was a veteran. He was fully retired. That's why I was thinking, no, he's not. But no, I guess I remember bringing that up in Falcon Winter Soldier. Yeah, he rejoined the army.
Yeah,
that is who else do we have? Oh, well, Vision's dead. I mean, maybe he's now out there and stuff like that. But as far as the world's, Vision's dead. Wanda. A terrorist.
Terrorist in the wilderness.
yeah. Also, definitely not an Avenger in the wilderness, away from everybody.
Yeah.
So, Sam and Rhodey. Who else?
Hulk maybe retired. We don't know.
Yeah. Hulk is at least public enough. People see him, people know him, people love the Hulk. So, we'll say the Hulk. He's not really a hero, per se. Like, he's not actively out there fighting, which neither is Rhodey, it seems like. Who knows? Maybe he is, and we don't know. I don't know. Like, you know, I'm not counting military stuff. Like, Sam did stuff outside of that. You know, but yeah, that's wild to think about. Hulk, Rhodey, and Sam. Those are, like, the only people we can say are officially still Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Wanda is officially still an Avenger. Maybe they took it away. I don't know. You know? What's going on with Spider-Man now? Yeah, and so it's like, who else would even be at the Avengers compound, even if they're not officially an Avenger? Yeah. I don't know. Like, who's left? It's so weird what the Avengers are anymore.
Right.
I think we can say Ant-Man is an Avenger.
Okay.
If he's in the Rogers the Musical thing, also when we see the team of the Avengers and they're all there, Ant-Man does seem to be considered a part of the Avengers, and he also seems to be considered a founding Avenger. Yeah. Like, we are, like, almost, like, retconning this for the Comic-Con thing. He isn't a founding Avenger. He was there during 2012.
I think it's actually really important to think of, like, you know, in the culture of the world, it must be a situation where if you don't put him in, people would just be asking, hey, why isn't Ant-Man in the musical?
And it's the easiest thing in the world to go, yeah, Ant-Man was there in 2012. You didn't see him? He was small. That's why you didn't see him. Like, it's the easiest thing to just gaslight people and just be like, yeah, he was there. Like, I'm sure the Avengers are not saying this. But, like, the marketing team is like, we're gonna say Ant-Man was there. What do people know about Ant-Man? He's not a very public hero.
Not really. He got really big ones. Or, like,
I guess that, you know, like, they probably had to disclose what the fuck that was all about, and then people learned about Ant-Man. Yeah, I mean, that's probably also why they can shove him into this musical, because nobody really knows anything about him, so they can kind of just make up whatever the fuck they want.
That's another added layer of, like, you know, who has the rights to the characters?
Yeah.
Because, like, Scott, I don't think he has the rights to Ant-Man.
I would imagine Tony bought the rights, you know, to prevent any fucked up shit from happening.
I would hope so.
Post Tony, I feel there's gonna be a lot more problems. But I want to believe, as fucked up as Tony is as a person, he would have, at the very, very least, bought the rights and took them himself.
That would... Like, okay, this is a bit of a stretch, but we know in No Way Home, Stark Industries was being sued. They were in, like, hot legal trouble for, you know, all the drone stuff. That stuff is not directly related to Peter Parker as Spider-Man, so presumably that all still happens.
Yeah.
So, maybe Rogers the Musical is happening because they had the rights to all the Avengers. They got sued. For somehow those went public domain, or they couldn't, like, keep the rights anymore.
You're saying this is following the actual real life Marvel selling all their rights away?
Oh, I can see that for sure.
Oh my god.
Because, yeah, this doesn't feel... Like, just from the energy of it, from how bad it is, it does not feel like it's being done by, like, you know, someone who has a lot of inside track information into the Avengers. And also, it doesn't seem like a, like, you know, we're signing off on this.
Yeah. Now, I can see what you're saying with it's a way to show the, like, you know, how people are treating this in-universe stuff and blah, blah. I still think it's more than that. And especially because we did the LARPing thing as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's another layer of this, like, fake combat or, like, fake real thing, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
I don't know if there's another good example. But I can't think of one. But like the fact that we are showing the Rogers Musical thing a lot, like you know, the time we went there and just on TV, it's not a lot, but it's in why? Like, what are we doing with it? And then the LARPing thing as well, like
it feels like that is a theme.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what could be going there. I'm not sure, but yeah,
I'm glad you brought it up.
Don't know where we could be going, but I'm gonna say I don't think it's that. I think it is. I think it's going to connect with the final fight.
Okay.
I think the final fight in some way is going to be a, like, fake fight.
Okay.
I don't know how that's going to work or something. Like, I don't think it will be either one of these, but, like, they are at the LARP fest and they have to pretend that they're just LARPing, but it actually is a fight going on.
Okay.
Or the same thing for a musical, or like the same thing for just like a play on stage, or also both the LARPing event and the musical were so bad.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's just for the comedy's sake or if we are also like
doing the thing there.
Yeah, I don't imagine we're doing a thing there, but it is interesting. It's so bad.
We can see it. Because, like, we end episode 1 with Clint asking, like, I'm Hawkeye, who are you?
Yeah.
And that does feel like, it's not exactly there, but it feels like it could also tie into the theme of, wearing a costume that isn't yours.
Which is Ronin.
Yeah. Being someone who, saying that you are someone who you're not.
Yeah.
Hiding what you are. Like, that would also tie into, I can never remember his actual name, Jack. But yeah, like, Jack very clearly lying about the fact that he cannot, fight as well as Kate can. Mm-hmm. And, like, him saying out loud directly, like, admitting, I was lying about that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I think you're right. That's where we're going with it. This, like, having, a secret identity, but also not a secret identity, but just a different version of yourself, like Ronin and Hawkeye and Clint, or, her and, Jack having these different sides. Yeah. There's a lot of talking behind people's backs. The fencing is very clear. Like, this is a verbal fencing show as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which, very, very into. Again, their dynamic, so different, but it is reminding me also of, like, the Lex and Lionel thing from Smallville.
Yeah.
But I really love this, like daughter and then stepfather coming in, sort of like I've seen this before plenty of times with like the son and a stepfather, like I haven't seen it with the daughter, and so they're really doing a lot of like not even like unique stuff, but just seeing it this way is just unique in and of itself.
Yeah.
And like how she responds to things and reacts to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand not getting that suit, but of course, in that moment, it was like, this is the dumbest decision you could ever make. Leaving this suit here. But to be fair, he got the suit back so fast.
Yeah.
That could have been way worse.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't believe just a firefighter took the suit.
Yeah.
So, here's what I said I wanted to bring up the discussion.
Okay, please.
Do you think he's getting the suit solely as so someone can't wear this and people, blame them for being the Ronin and blah, blah, and have people coming after them thinking they're the Ronin, blah. Of course, that's the main reason. But do you think there is a secondary reason? Like the suit has something that you don't want to get into the wrong hands. Even if it's just like, it has a hidden blade that can come out of the wrist or something.
I think that makes sense.
Like, do you... the reason why I'm thinking that is the way she reacted to the suit when she first got it.
Okay.
Like, as if she knew that it was more than just, like it's armor as well, to be fair. Yeah. But again, is it just that we have still not, like, done the, he is Ronin, to her. Like, she just separately is like, you're my favorite Avenger, but also I stole this Ronin suit because I really love Ronin, sort of thing. I wonder, like, if she knew something about the suit specifically, or if it is just armor,
Yeah, I could see there being something there.
Yeah.
Like, especially since it was it was a very dark time in his past. It was a time where he was very, very okay with killing.
Very lethal, yeah.
Yeah. I could definitely see it being there's something about this that is just very dangerous. I wouldn't want someone, regardless of them trying to impersonate me, it's also just dangerous for them to have it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also dangerous for them to have it because they're going to be sought after as well.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's the main one. Then I don't want somebody impersonating me. Then potentially it's also dangerous by itself.
Yeah.
Like, in a vacuum, it's dangerous even. I don't know. It's definitely the first one. Also the second, maybe the third. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up as a possibility.
Yeah.
Man, what is going on with the fact that, like, the mother, the father of Kate, the fact that she inherited a place above a pizza shop?
Yeah, it's such like an industrial place.
Yeah.
Like it's the classic New York industrial loft where, like, you're not supposed to live here.
Yeah.
Like, it's very concrete, but it's been, like, remodeled.
It is like him going like, this is a nice place. And I'm like, this is a nice place? And I have to go, oh, right, he also lives in New York. This probably is a nice place to go.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, like, why did her dad presumably own this place? And, like, yeah, just what's going on there?
Yeah.
Because her mom, I might just be reading too deep into it, but her mom, like, the fact that she's so chill with so many parts of Kate's story that she should not be chill about screams to me like, she's hiding something, and it's the classic, when you're hiding something and someone else is hiding something, you don't talk like normal people, because you're so focused on making sure, like, okay, they don't know this, and I'm trying to make sure I don't talk about this, that I'm not going to also dig into this, extremely troubling thing they mentioned, or, things like, hey, so your house burned down?
Yeah. But her mom's also so chill about things, too. Like, they called on not chill, she's the opposite. She's, like, very...
Neurotic.
And not bipolar, but, like, again, on the phone, it was like, oh my god, what happened? You know, oh, I got out of there, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. And then, back at the place, she was like, and your house burned down? And she was like, yeah, you know, but she was acting like, oh, that should be a bigger deal. But it's like, but the explosion at your own place didn't even seem to be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even like, oh, thank God you finally called me or anything like that. Like, it was... That was weird, too, because we were both like, call your mom! Like, she's freaking out. And then it ended up just being not really, like, she didn't... Not that it wasn't a big deal, but that she wasn't even freaking out. It was just like, you know, oh, you got out of the back? Okay, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know. Like, she just seems a little bit... Like, she's obviously suspicious, but she also just seems... Like, she as well can't keep track of what emotion she's supposed to be, like, what intensity of things she's supposed to be feeling right now. Like, that's the way she just reacts to a lot of different shit. Just feels like the levels are off.
I can feel that for sure. It's... I really am wondering if she's bigger, you know, she's more of a concern than Jack is.
Yeah, I think Jack is gonna be the big. Also, I just jumped to a random scene. There was a guy in his underwear playing guitar in the background in New York, because of course it's happening.
That's probably not even an extra.
That's just them filming. But I think you know, Jack is going to be the tougher physical opponent. But as we've seen, he's not good at the verbal fencing, actually. He's very good at getting under skin, but she literally did scare him into telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like, he did not want to come out with that. But she goaded him so easily just by saying, why not?
Yeah.
That's all she had to say. Meanwhile, he does have to, like, say paragraph on paragraph to get her to slip. So I think he's going to be the big physical threat, and just an intimidation threat, but then the mom will be the big surprise of, oh, she's actually the mastermind.
I can see that for sure.
Like, I could see the swordsman getting killed by the mom.
I could see that, because I think it'd be a really cool twist if we had the big old, like, you know, he thinks he's, you know, getting into her pants in order to get this inheritance, and she's like, yeah, I know that's why you're getting into my pants, I want you in my pants, because you're hot, but I'm the one in control here.
Like, because she's not, like, honey pot, what's that term?
I think it is honey potted.
Yeah, honey potting him, because, like, he doesn't have any money.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if he has a job or any cash at all.
His uncle's dead.
He bought a book.
He bought a book. He got some sword stuff.
Well, no, she got the sword stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we don't know.
We don't know.
But all she said was like, "What's up with all the new sword stuff?"
Yeah.
But like,
he could have asked her to buy it.
I'm almost certain he did. But yeah, so that's my guess. But I mean, we also have, like, do you think this new girl introduced in the Tracksuit Mafia? Also, it's the Tracksuit Mafia.
Yeah.
Not Magia.
That's fair points.
Like, in a Spider-Man, which one was that?
It was
it
was Far From Home. The deleted scenes.
Yeah, there was a deleted scene in Far From Home where Spider-Man does fight. I believe they do say it is the Magia.
I'm pretty sure.
Or at least there's something that... Or like maybe the deleted scene was called Spider-Man Defeats the Magia.
Yeah.
Or something. But this is like, you know, in a canonical thing.
Yeah.
We are going with Mafia. Which, you know, I don't really have a feeling one way or another. How do you feel?
I think it's fine. Especially if, like, they could still do the Magia at some point as a, like... You know, that's just, like... How do you put it? Because the MCU is, you know, trying to do more of a real-world thing, they could have it be, like, you know, there is the Mafia, and then separately also the Magia.
Yeah. If it is the Magia, I wonder if they're gonna do, like, why are you named the Magia?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we have the GG because we're so skilled. But yeah, they could do that. My only thing would just be like, if you just have it be the Magia, I don't think you even have to explain it. You know, it's just like whatever. Even if you don't know it's a pun on Mafia, not even pun, but just they didn't want the Mafia after them, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that. You know, you just think like, oh, it's a name, whatever. But yeah, I don't feel any way about it. I don't care either way. You know.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Yeah. But it is, you know, so it is the Mafia. For right now, until we see the Magia. But yeah, so we have the swordsman, we have the mom, we have the dad, which I think is truly, honestly innocent. I'm gonna stake my claim. I'm gonna guess he was innocent, uninvolved. like he knew some stuff maybe, but I think he was uninvolved. I think the mom killed him.
Oh.
In that explosion.
That would explain why neither of them reacted when their daughter was screaming.
I'm calling it. Mom killed him in that moment. Okay, no, here's my actual guess.
Okay.
He, like, you know, piece of the building hits him or something, knocks him down. Something where he gets injured, and the mom takes that moment to be like, okay, I'm gonna kill him.
Okay.
Like, not a just, an explosion happened, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah.
But as in, like, he's actually injured. Okay, I could make this look like an accident. Let me grab a piece of rubble and just, or something.
Oh, that is, I wasn't thinking that at all. That makes total sense. I'm 100% on your side there.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Yeah, because also, like...
Also,
sorry, go ahead.
Okay, you go ahead first.
Okay, just the contrast of him saying, you know, in a hurricane, I would protect you no matter what. Or, like, you know, I would do what I always do, protect you. And then he explicitly does not come out to help her. Or her mom also does not come out to help her. I just thought of that as being a really weird thing in the moment.
Yeah.
But now that you've brought it up, there's no way that's not... Like, also, that was in the preview for this episode. Or, you know, the recap for this episode.
Yeah.
Like, we have to be thinking about that. That is important.
Yeah.
And I can't think of another way for that to be important, if not that.
Unless it was, like... I mean, the only other thing it could be was, like, the mom was going to grab something important, you know? And then the dad was also involved, and maybe he died during it, or... You know, like, it could be something else... But it would also clearly have to be something suspicious or fucked up. Again, I brought up in the reaction, I do know there is a character in Marvel Universe called Bishop. I always thought he was like an X-Men character for some reason. Is he not?
He is.
He is? Like, yeah. And I'm pretty sure he has like a goatee. But that's like all I know. So that's why I was like, it wasn't until this episode where I was like, I saw the gravestone said Bishop, and I don't know why that made me go like, oh, right. Bishop. Like, it wasn't until I just saw the last name that I was like, oh, right. There's just a character named Bishop. Just, you know, I'm not going to, like, ask too much questions because I want to let it, like, you know, happen. But in the comics, is Bishop black?
Yes.
Okay.
Or, I think he is Latino.
Okay.
But yeah.
Maybe the father was then. I thought he was, like, very dark-skinned. But either way. So that was probably also why I didn't like make a connection there. Rather than that, I think also he's from the future or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Bishop. Okay, but so I'm just thinking that like
sure.
I know of something, but I'm very vague on all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, also the father is just one of those things where he had like. Nobody has a goatee like that unless they're playing a character. Nobody just has a goatee like that anymore. If you have a goatee like that, it's because you're playing a role.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, it has to be a character already had this goatee. No one's designing a character like that now. And especially, like, that's, you know, 2012. That's not a time to have that hairstyle and that goatee. That's a character from the comics, for sure.
I do appreciate that we've now set up the, like, Clint's kids are going back to their mom's place, and now he has a hard countdown of, okay, I gotta make it home for Christmas.
Yeah.
Partially because, you know, it's just the Christmas thing. We talked about it in the reaction. But also, just as a, you know, while his kids were still around, I was very curious about, like, well, how, like, where are the stakes gonna be? Are they gonna get attacked?
Yeah.
You know, how much of this do we have to think about? Whereas if it's just him and Kate, I can understand how this can be more of a, like, you know, them together more often thing, or a, like, they're separate, but, you know, he's not constantly thinking, I need to go to my kids.
Yeah.
But it is a, like, you know, I'm free to clean up my mess, or clean up Kate's mess, or however this goes down.
Like, yeah, I do hope that he does get back on Christmas. I don't want this to be a, like, oh, and it's so sad that he couldn't make it back for Christmas. I want this to be a happy, like, you think they're gonna do that, like, everything does do that, but I do want a happy ending. It is surprising that when it comes to Christmas, you almost never get a happy ending. It's wild for the happy holiday, you know? It's like... There's very few, you know, stories like that where it doesn't end in, like, and they didn't make it. But yeah, so I hope to God he actually makes it. Because I love his family dynamic. Yeah. It's so good. The actors they got for his kids are all fantastic, too. Yeah, of course, grills gotta come back for sure. I can't get over this LARPing festival being like from the medieval century to like the fucking 1900s.
To be fair, Grills does say he's a Viking.
I thought he meant like he's a Viking. Like I thought
Okay.
I do agree with you, but I'm just realizing right now I thought he was saying like don't fuck with me, man, I'm a Viking. But no, he was just like what would he mean?
I think he means he's wearing the ninja costume, but canonically he's a Viking.
Why did he stop him to say that?
I don't know. Like that's the reason why I don't think my interpretation makes sense. But I think that is what he said.
Oh boy. But even if he is a Viking, he's wearing like the most modern ninja thing.
It's also one of those things where like
He's wearing biker gloves.
Like when he posted about this on the internet, did no one say, "Hey, that's the Ronin design, the design of the terrorist who murdered all those criminals"?
I don't think he was a terrorist. I think people probably loved the Ronin.
Oh yeah, but I mean, freedom fighter, I guess then.
Yeah. But like. Yeah, I mean, they probably would be like, hey, isn't that the Ronin? Like, did you steal the Ronin's outfit?
Or even just like...
probably wouldn't think that. They probably would just think he's designing his outfit off the Ronin.
But even then, like, yeah, the fact that no one said to him, like...
Aren't you a Viking?
Yeah. Why didn't you do a Ronin cosplay? I really do love how... Yeah, clearly, Clint and his wife, like, we saw that a little bit in the movies, that they have a pretty good relationship, they're open, they're honest, he talks to her about his problems.
Yeah.
But I really like reaffirming it here, because that's something, really, none of the other heroes in the MCU I can think of have.
No, and we talked about that last episode, we were going, like, are they divorced or something? Like, but, no, they do it. They just have, like, we were wondering why she wasn't here, but it's because they were going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, and also like, oh, this is their time to spend with you. But what was he doing in New York, do you think? Like, why did they go down to New York to see him, and then he's going to be coming? Like, why do they live separately? They do live separately.
Yeah, like, what is his job? Because, like, there's no Avengers Tower there, so it can't be a, like, capital A Avengers thing.
Yeah. Yeah, what does he do now? And also, like, or is it just, are they, like, very close, but not together romantically anymore. Like, they're raising the family, but they're not together romantically.
Yeah. Because that is, a dynamic I've always wanted to see more of in series. The concept of, like, if you spend that long with someone, no matter what, they should be important to you.
Yeah. A
lot of things, even in real life, like to do you have to do a hard cut. That person means nothing to you. But, like, realistically, there's no way.
Yeah. And especially after the whole Nat stuff and her dying, like,
I still just love the fact that, they both like Nat so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta imagine they had some conversations about Clint going, by the way, Nat was my one true love.
Yeah, like, that's that's... Like, he's either not going to tell her that, and that's going to eat him up inside forever, and clearly that's going to create a rift between them, or he's going to tell her, and that's going to create a rift between them.
Yeah, like, are you telling me the cosmos agrees she's your one true love?
The universe knows Nat was his one true love. Like, to know that it's like, it's not in just this person's mind, but in the universe agrees, they settled for me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I mean, even the Clint thing, that this person was your one true love, and you kept on trying to kill yourselves. You did the suicide duel, and you lost the suicide duel. She got to win and die.
He would have killed himself and then left his whole family, by themselves.
Like, that is so heavy.
Yeah. Like, it's not, it's not like, oh, he should have just let Natalie die, but it is like there was no good outcome in which it wasn't this is going to create a strain on your marriage.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially also the Nick Fury put us in this house all away from, everything and blah, 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 like... Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of shit. Gonna be a lot of stuff there. And yeah, the dynamic between the two families in the series that we're following...
God. We don't have anything pointing to this yet, but I wonder if the end is going to be Kate going to, to the,
the Christmas dinner at Hawkeye's house? I could absolutely see that. Oh, yeah. Now you said that? Yeah. We had the crab boil now, or the shrimp. Was it crabs or shrimp? I don't remember, but we had a shrimp crab boil, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Now we get the Christmas dinner with Kate and Hawkeye's family. If Hawkeye comes home with a new kid on top of everything happening in Endgame.
Oh, no!
But okay, so we also have the character at the end. How big do you think the Tracksuit Mafia and that villain is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a just next episode thing, and then we kind of take care of them? Or, like some of the Netflix shows have done that, where they introduce kind of like a one-off boss character sort of thing?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, I'll just say cleanly, I don't recognize, like, who she might be in a comic sense. So...
Is there any, like, off the top of your head, a deaf character you could think of?
Oh, there's, like, one or two. There's, like, Echo, there's, can't think of anyone else, really. GANTZ.
Wasn't Echo, in Inhumans?
I don't...
Wasn't that the one who did, like, echolocation? Or something? Or maybe I'm thinking of something else?
No, she's more like a Native American ninja lady.
Oh, okay.
But...
I don't know who I'm thinking of.
Part of that's like Hawkeye, and I can't think of anyone else, really.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're doing a lot of, stuff like that, we were talking about, we were on a walk earlier today, and we were talking about, like, Phase 4 being primarily about family, but then secondarily about the multiverse, but also kind of, like, in a very stretchy kind of way. In the way that you could also say, like, WandaVision was, it wasn't about the multiverse, but it brought up the Nexus thing, and also, like, it wasn't real, but Pietro from the Fox universe, sort of, like, these, like, sort of hints at, like, oh, what if that was a, multiverse thing? Even, like, No Way Home, like, even without all the crazy multiverse stuff, it also does that Daredevil appears from the Netflix series sort of thing.
Like, in a way more meta sense.
Yeah. And we were talking about that for this, do you think Daredevil will appear in Hawkeye as well? Also, and now I'm even, like, I was like, maybe, but now I'm even more like, maybe he will, because we have, like, I mean, we're building up Rogers the Musical, though, so probably not something for Daredevil, but he's, like, a disabled, superhero, and we now have Hawkeye, we have Pizza Dog. Oh, okay. Pizza Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza Dog. First episode, super into the idea of Pizza Dog, even though it was a weird, convoluted, like, getting the dog into her house thing. But I loved it. Second episode, take Pizza Dog out of the show.
Pizza Dog is one of the only things in, like, the MCU where I feel like he's forced.
Fully. This feels so forced. I hate it. I hate it. Like, this is the only time I'm like, you are shoving this dog down my throat. You are really trying to make this Pizza Dog work, and it doesn't work. Like, nothing of this works.
Yeah.
It's way too convoluted, and honestly, my biggest issue is the dog going from being the dingiest looking fucking mutt I've ever seen to pristine with no explanation. The fact that we're just feeding a pizza for no reason. You just decided the first thing she fed him was pizza. Now I'm only gonna feed this dog pizza.
I'm gonna be so mad if I read the Hawkeye comic and Clint does the same thing of, I am only ever going to feed this dog pizza.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I assumed it was going to be he keeps on, like, stealing their pizza or something.
Yeah, or, like, he gives him a bowl of dog food, but he won't eat it. He'll only eat the pizza or something like that. But, like, that's not what this is. This is, I'm only going to give this dog pizza.
It is the most insane character choice.
And it wasn't even a, like, hey, do you want this pizza, boy? And he was like, pizza? And ate the pizza or whatever. Like, it was like, he was like, I guess. So, like, he didn't seem like he loved it.
No. She just decided, okay, well, you ate the one.
She didn't even cut it up for him. Like, this is the second pizza that she made for him. Yeah. She just gave him a full pizza in the bowl.
This poor dog.
But, I just think everything to do with this dog is so convoluted so far, and they're going to really have to sell me on liking this dog.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
Oh, yeah.
My profile picture's still a dog and everything. I love dogs. This dog, no point to this. Why are we doing this? Introduce it in season 2.
Yeah, it feels very much like a forced theme.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's absolutely, the mascot kid. And I'm sure people love this fucking dog.
yeah.
People eat it up and everything like that, but I wish they didn't have it in the show. I thought for episode 1 it was going to be a great addition. In episode 2, I immediately turned on it to write it out of the show. One episode turned me so much.
Oh my gosh.
It's so, it's nothing so far. I mean, we got plenty of, I mean, not plenty, but we got some more episodes.
Oh, yeah.
But they won't really have to tell me on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just can't get over the cleanness of the dog. It's like, if you're gonna have the dog, you gotta maybe get attached to this damn dog, and this dog feels magical.
Yeah.
It's just magically, it's eating like 2 pieces of pizza and it's fine.
There's that weirdness of also, Kate doesn't seem to like the dog that much.
Yeah.
But she did, see it, run into traffic to save it, bring it to her house, and then,
It's not I love this dog. It's not I felt sorry. I mean, it is kind of I felt sorry for the dog, but barely, it kind of just gave it one slice of pizza and left it alone in an apartment forever, and then, Hawkeye doesn't seem to like the dog. It's not a begrudging we have to have this dog situation. The dog has not done anything funny.
Yeah.
The only thing it's kind of done was go up against Hawkeye and be like, and he was like, what do you want? That's it. That wasn't even a joke or anything. That wasn't even like, oh, this dog's kind of annoying. It was just a, scene setter thing,
Yeah.
What are we doing with the dog? Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say. You got anything else to say?
I think that's it.
Yeah. We didn't really say, where do you think this Tracksuit Mafia shit's going?
They feel too dumb to be the final villains?
Yeah, there's no way they're final villains.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are they... Why were they robbing the place? Why do they know it was going to be there?
Yeah. They know about the underground stuff. They really wanted just the watch. We didn't talk about the watch at all this time.
They got the watch.
They got the watch.
We didn't take that watch back from them.
Oh, yeah.
Because we stopped them, and then instead of taking the stuff, she ran after the dog.
Right. So, yeah, I'm guessing that, the person at the end of the episode, definitely their boss. Don't know if they'll be, the final boss, but, yeah, I think we've got one more layer of boss ahead, and maybe that's Kate's mom, maybe that's, just someone we don't know anything about at this point. But
so do you think the Tracksuit Mafia is working with Kate's mom?
I think they are, but they don't know it.
Okay.
I think they're going to be, consistently the goons for the series. We have a boss, we do what the boss wants, and we get paid. Mm-hmm. And then the boss probably knows Kate's mom, or, whoever else.
Yeah.
Because I think that makes the most sense as well as as a big murder mystery situation, to have a hard, here's just the group where our characters are going to mostly be interacting is the group that knows genuinely nothing. Even as stupid as they are, they can't really, they'll let, something slip. Yeah. They gotta let something slip, but it'll be, the tiniest amount. They don't know anything else.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even sure they will let something slip, because I'm now thinking they might come onto our side, and we might basically have, not an army, but, a group of goons. I think that could be hilarious, because they all are bro, and they're not, intimidating in any way, but they're also not, bad guys.
Yeah, we haven't built them up as these guys are evil, they're messed up, they're selling drugs to kids or anything.
They did kill people. They did murder people, but they did murder bad people.
They're they're Punisher tier at this point,
Honestly, yeah. They killed people who were doing underground, not even aside from the auction. They killed people who were hyper rich and criminals at the same time. Who knows what those people in the room were, but it's certainly not people that you should feel bad about dying. Yeah. Maybe Armand, but even he seemed like real scum.
Oh, yeah.
He was just funny scum. But yeah, so they have killed people, yes. So is Hawkeye. He's been Ronin. Oh, yeah. So, they could work with us.
Second chances.
Get a whole group of... Yeah, second chance. Get a whole group of bros.
I can see it. Bring them all to the house bands.
Oh, my God.
Honey, I brought the Tracksuit Mafia.
Nate, bro, this gingerbread cookie's the shit. I need it.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I'm picturing the crab boil at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but all the Flag Smashers are also there. Don't send him to jail. Have a crab boil. We're trying to redeem people. We're not punishing them. This is rehabilitation. You eat the crab and you go, damn, this is so good. I don't want to do crime anymore.
I do love good guys with goons. It's an aesthetic I really like.
Yeah.
Get it eventually.
Don't give Spider-Man the fucking drones. Give him an army of goons. But yeah, I hope we get these goons. Honestly, I say like I love the MCU humor now. Even that, there's some like times where it's like, you know, oh, I'm not a noob, you know. But, you know, I think the MCU goon humor has been good. I know the other meaning of goons. That seems a bit like weird. That's some goon humor. But truly, the MCU in Phase 4, I feel like has nailed goon humor now, both in terms of good guys and bad guys. Like just that the way these guys are is just as funny as to me the way that Rhodey was like talking to Sam at the beginning of Falcon Winter Soldier about like the big three, you know, like that sort of thing. Whether it's people in the crowd, the do a backflip guy, or you know, there's just so much better goon / crowd, you know, stuff like tertiary, quaternary, you know, character dialogue. I love the bro. You were just on fire. You were legit just on fire.
These guys,
my tracks. I can't believe they're actually the tracksuit allows me to literally
love it.
New York's wild. So New York does have crime.
No more warehouses.
Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. I will say, when we did the dinner scene with Kate and them, when she was like, I'm going to pick the dinner topics, I was really hoping we were going to get more of that. That was one topic, and it was fencing. Yeah. I was really hoping we were going to get a more of a, you know, verbal fencing scene there.
Yeah.
But, you know, what can you do? Alright, we will see you guys for the next episode. Until then, get the fuck out of here.